morning, everyone. I'm going to kick off our 2025 annual symposium.
Just came out of a very interesting session, CLT Symposium. We talked about, some challenges students face, having unprepared students. But what's more important is that I came out with new ideas, new frameworks, new things to do research on and present on.
The group I was talking with was talking about academic integrity and the challenges connected to it nowadays. And we came with excellent ideas, and the discussion with the CLT and with the other participants was really informative. And I believe that everyone here attending the symposium today gained significant benefit.
AI is going to have a major transformative effect on learning and education and universities in general. Most of our students are at the cutting edge of how to use AI. And I think for us as educational institutions, we need to figure out where do we stand, how do we use it, how do we build the next generation of learning institutions, and how do we work with our students to learn together, where do we take this in the future.
CLT's roundtables on AI have been very, very useful. Getting to the opportunity to chat with other faculty members and colleagues and also students informally around the table talking about AI and how we use it and tips and advice has been very, very helpful, and just getting the juices flowing and seeing what other people are doing has been very, very enriching. And one of the things, the themes that kind of repeated themselves over and over in the different chats was transparency, and it's very important for us as faculty and for the students as well, regardless of how we use AI in assignments or in creating content for our classes, is to be transparent about how we use AI, but also reflecting on not just how we use it, but why we use it and the process of using it, which is very important to discuss openly together.
As always, the CLT has never ceased to impress me. I thought that this is going to be, it's too long for 2 hours, but the time flies and I enjoyed every moment. Luckily, my students also attended, and they were so much into the subject matter. The subject of the symposium is really needed. We're in dire need to have this kind of discussions over and over again, and the manner with which it was operated was also very useful for everybody to have a certain number of moments, and then we start asking questions. Their questions were very enlightening, our students and the faculty members who were also integrating their input was very notable, because everybody has their own perceptions and we all come from different disciplines.
Yeah, so I'd like to really thank the CLT. They're always ahead of the curve, trying to get us into a dialogue around the very new things and the upcoming trends in education. And we always get together and talk about the very critical issues around education and higher education. So I really thank them for that.
I first want to say thank you to American University in Cairo for having me. This is a bit of a dream come true because Dr. Maha Bali and I have been so close for so long and have worked together across distances. And so this is an opportunity to be embodied here at her home and share the work that we do here in Cairo, but also with the network that we've built together called Equity Unbound. In particular, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to speak for a moment about imagination and the role that imagination should play in the work that we do globally at this point. We always talk about equity and care, and at this point, I think the idea of teaching and learning through imagination is critical to this idea of care in our work. So thank you so much.
that I lead is just that it's important for us to recognize that we need to go somewhere, but that may even change sometimes in the middle of a sentence as to what is necessary, what is needed in a given context.
No doubt important, but I think what I'm suggesting is that we stop punishing students for technical errors with citing and referencing, and instead if focus on the ethos of attribution. So if a student has, for example, forgotten quotation marks, we can guide them formatively and say, you've forgotten your quotation marks here. This is one of our conventions, and I know that you didn't mean to dishonor the person who's working.
This year's annual symposium is around the future of learning. And we had a phenomenal experience with our faculty, with our students, with our graduate students and teaching assistants, talking about some of the key areas that as educators we need to focus on, around more human-centered learning and teaching, around more experiential learning, and about how AI will really impact the way we teach and learn now and in the future. We had turnout from all different walks of life, all different departments. We talked about next generation teaching. We talked about teaching challenges on campus and how to address them. We talked about AI and how faculty are actually integrating AI into their courses. Our takeaways have been phenomenal. Our community is engaged around the future of learning, and we're ready to continue the phenomenal work and the great work we do at AUC with the support of the Center for Learning and Teaching to really take education and take our student learning experiences to the next level.